And I say confusion because there was that great song, Another Christmas Carol, written in 1857, "We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar." It's a beautiful song. However, the text says nothing about their number. It doesn't say there were three kings. It just says they brought three gifts. How many ever there were, it was enough to make Herod troubled, and I don't think three dudes on camels would have done it. An army would have, yes. An entourage, yes. But just three guys probably wouldn't. So the text doesn't say there were three. Nor does it say they were three kings from the Orient, as we understand the Orient. They were from somewhere east of Israel, probably ancient Persia. They were not kings, they were spiritual advisors, we will discover. They were king makers, in fact. And they did not come on Christmas night. They weren't part of the manger scene, as the Christmas cards will tell you. But by the time they show up, Jesus is not a baby any longer. He's a child, as you will see. So what we learn from the cards and the carols isn't always right. It would be more accurate to sing, "We huge entourage of Parthian astronomers from Iran traverse afar bearing gifts." But that would never pass the songwriting committee, so we have to dispense with that. We're going to look at the gifts that they give this week, the following weekend, and the following weekend. And today we begin with the gold that is brought. In chapter 2, verse 11, gold, the metal of kings. And there was one thing this group knew about this baby who had been born. This was a king who was born. And we're going to examine these gifts and go deeper than the Christmas carols and beyond the cover of the Christmas card and find out their meaning, their emblematic meaning. I don't know if you saw this a few years ago in America's Funniest Home Videos. You ever watch that? It showed a video of Christmas Day, a kid coming down the stairs and seeing this huge gift by the Christmas tree. He got so excited, ran over to it, started ripping the paper off, and paper's flying everywhere. And he looks at it and he starts dancing around the living room, goes, "Wow, I can't believe it. Wow, it's what I always wanted." And then he paused. This was in the video, no joke. And he went over to it and said, "What is it?" And I feel that with these gifts, the gold, the frankincense, and the myrrh, it's like, wow, I love singing that Christmas carol. What is it? What do they mean exactly? Well, we begin in verse 1, actually. We want to do that today. And we begin with a question about a coming king that they come and bring to Herod. Verse 1, "Now after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem." We're not told really anything more than that. "Saying, 'Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him.'" As we begin the chapter, seemingly from out of nowhere, this group from the east shows up in Jerusalem. They manage to get an audience with King Herod, and whatever the conversation entails, whatever they saw or whatever Herod saw in this group, it was enough to trouble him, the text will tell us, agitate him, perturb him, shake him to the core, and all of Jerusalem with him. It just says wise men from the east. We're really not told much more than that. However, you should know that over the centuries, many legends, myths, and traditions have developed around who these were, and everybody kind of goes to the three wise men. It was believed by some years ago that these must be representatives of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the surviving families after the flood. In the Middle Ages, by that time, they had developed names. The name Caspar, Balthazar, and Melchior were given to them, saying that one was from Arabia, one was from Ethiopia, one was from Tarsus, respectively. Marco Polo even wrote that in his travels he encountered one Persian.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.